Hey, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank, and today I'm joined by Squeaks.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, that was sultry. I like that. This is my favorite version of Squeaks. We're post-Halloween. I'm surprised to not see you in a pilgrim's outfit.
No, I'm like a retail store. Christmas is already up. November 1st, it's Christmas now. So my inside of the house is decorated for Christmas. I was thinking about pulling out the Santa Claus hat, but I have plenty of weeks still. So
I wear my Santa Claus hat when you wear yours. Just remind me.
All right.
I'll bust it out. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm already like, okay, I gotta get the wreaths out. I gotta get everything out. Starting to dig all this stuff out.
It's going to get real festive at the Geek Freaks. Yeah.
We do have to plan our Christmas party.
Yeah. Those are always fun. Those are always fun.
And then, so we're also trying to plan a game night. It's busy times, man.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we could never freaking get D&D on the calendar for sure. Let's start with Halloween, though. How was your Halloween? How did you guys do?
It was good. We had a couple of punk-ass teenagers stole 2 decorations off my lawn while I wasn't here. But we went to a great neighborhood. We usually always do. Same neighborhood. I think it's like 3 years going now, where they just go all out. It is wild.
I love it.
Like hundreds of kids just in the streets. It's a great time. How was yours?
Good. Scary movies. Watch some of the classics. I love to watch the classic Halloween. Just the best.
Yeah.
And then welcome to Derry. We had the second episode come out, which was good. We got a little more context for what is going on with Pennywise and Derry and whatnot. Well,
smart move.
The lack of Pennywise.
Yeah. Smart move with the release on Halloween. That was cool. Instead of just waiting like that full week, and it just was an episode coming out a little bit sooner for the festivities. Yeah, it was awesome.
But I was missing it last night when I was like, "Where's my Sunday TV show that I love to watch?"
Yeah, right.
I was feeling it
for sure.
All right. One of the things that we like to do every so often is do a giveaway. And Paramount, our friends over at Paramount, they send us Blu-rays and stuff like that to hand out. We give them to Patreon, or we give them to other people in the network to give away. Well, if you guys are fans of the show, 1923, great show. They just sent us 25 DVDs for that. So we were going to start handing them out. I know, you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's a big old box. And I was like, what the hell? We're going to give away 5 copies right off the bat. The other ones we're going to give away at conventions and whatnot as we go. So to enter to win a DVD season 2 of 1923 Fantastic Show, all you have to do, guys, is retweet and follow us, or repost and follow us, or like and repost on Instagram, and then I'll pick 5 people and we'll give them away before the week's end. So they gave us a bunch of copies, guys. Make sure you guys are checking it out. I was so surprised when that box came in because I knew that, there's like 3 other movies that are on the way too. I'm in discussions with Paramount all the time. And I was like, way overdoing it, guys. I just got rid of the last Halos. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do appreciate them giving us stuff that we could just hand away to our friends.
That's awesome.
Damn, that was quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and dig into the news. First off, Stranger Things, we finally got that trailer for the final season. And I've been itching for this trailer. I want to start things off with the music, man. They go to... Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen. Queen is like my favorite band. Yeah. And this song is from the Highlander movie. This is actually from the soundtrack for Highlander. Yeah, about immortality and stuff like that. So to think Who Wants to Live Forever, this kind of like last ditch effort for Hawkins to survive, nails it. It's just this beautiful, like sultry kind of the second time I've used that word in this podcast. This like beautiful slow music that kind of is like, it's just like going out in a blaze of glory, man. What do you think about this trailer?
Yeah, so I think this trailer gave us a lot of clues when you're like kind of like freezing frames and really like examining it, and I'd definitely love to get into that. But yeah, the music, like you said, is pretty much spot on because it's so, but it's slow. It feels dramatic and heightened, and a lot is at stake here. And some of like one things that I want to kind of get into is how everything seems that it's all or nothing, like you were mentioning, in this season. And some things I want to point out, which, let's just dive into it, right? I think we saw 11, right? It looks like she's going to get some more, our new abilities. I think it was that big hop she had, and she did this like big shockwave thing that pushed something. I don't know whether it's tailored into that obviously yet. So it looks like enhanced abilities for 11 for sure, making it feel like it's really that next level. Did you notice anything different from 11 besides just that?
Yeah, one thing I love about this season is the band's back together and her and Hopper together again. And that's such a solid team he provides so much that she doesn't have, and she fills in that hole from his missing daughter so much that like when those two are together, and like she's about to do like some psychic cool abilities, and he's got that shotgun behind her. I'm just like, I'm ride or die for these two. Whatever happens, I'm going into the mouths of hell with them. So I'm just glad the two are together again. And yeah, she definitely seems like, you know, the anime when they like always go up to that next level. Yeah, she is that next level that you see in anime, you know, final season 11. Of Attack on Titan. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Speaking with like her abilities, we're going to see, obviously, it looks like a lot more combat, you could say, violence combats, because if that shot where the Demogorgons are jumping at the humans and they're just like wielding like assault rifles at them, I'm like, whoa, this is not like the little Goonies feels anymore, right? This is definitely the encore.
Kind of makes sense that you see this in theaters now, huh? Now when you see that trailer, you're like,
right.
Oh, okay, the theatrical release makes sense on that battle.
Yeah, right. Now for that, so you think maybe that's the last part of the season, right?
Maybe this trailer is just for the first few episodes, which if that's the case, then I'm even more excited because then where's it going from here?
Yeah, right. You know? With next, one thing that seemed kind of interesting to me, it seems like when we got the shot of Vecna with Will, it's obviously Vecna needs Will. Now, I don't recall if that was explained before, so correct me if I'm wrong, but
it's not explained before, and they said it will be explained why Will was kidnapped in the first place.
Ooh, I like that. So it does seem like obviously like Vecna needs Will, and I'm very interested in like why, you know, because Will didn't show any signs of anything prior. He was just seemed like that missing boy from the neighborhood. So it'd be very interesting to find out if there was something to Will prior to this. Because then that would be something. Would you like that though? If they introduced something that wasn't explained before, that'd be very weird to me.
I like to think of Will as kind of the Anakin of this situation, right? Where there's like almost the Force made him happen. Like he is a product of somehow of the Upside Down. And this entire time, because we don't know who Will's dad is, he died or something like that. But this entire time, I like to think like Vecna or the Upside Down needed Will to be their gateway into our world in some way or whatever. And so he needed that puppet, and now he's trying to get that puppet back. Yeah. Even Vecna, though, I don't know if you noticed his model has changed because he's been rebuilt since the fight from the last season. Now he's a little bit beefier, stuff like that. Talking about like 11's upgrade, I think Vecna got an upgrade as well.
Yeah, heck yeah. Now with the severity of this season, it does seem like finally that Upside Down is tearing into the right side up, you could say. Yeah. Because he always like went down to explore the Upside Down world, right? Now it just seems like you got the tears in the streets or the parking lots wherever they were standing, and you see like the gates opening up. I don't know what you could say. So I wonder how much of maybe that leads into the fight scene with the AR. I mean, the people shooting the military or whatever, rifles at the Demogorgons. It could be just one massive thing where they kind of break through Emergence Day, Gears of War. Let's just say. Yeah. So, is there anything that kind of caught your attention of how, like theatrical this season will be?
Well, I think like if we're talking about the military, I don't think they can deny it anymore. There's been a lot of secrecy and trying to hide it, but now it's like with the military clearly surrounding Hawkins, that pressure cooker. I think the people of Hawkins are going to kind of create their own faction within the situation because you could feel that pressure cooker like under constant surveillance and threat from the Upside Down. Like that's going to explode right there. But then with the military, like you can't hide that anymore. They're going to try to. They can't hide it from Hawkins anymore, but they're going to try to hide it from the outside world. But you know who we got on the scene? We got freaking Linda Hamilton. We saw a quick little shot of her with a big old gun, like she's taking out 15 Terminators, ready to whoop some ass. I am so on board. Whenever I see her in like an action movie with a big gun, I'm like, we're fine. We're going to be okay. If Sigourney Weaver pops out somewhere, it's done. I know we're safe.
This question to you, if they were to, and I'm super anti this because of what happened with the last Star Wars trilogy, but introducing new characters when it should not be a thing this late into a series. Not a fan of that. But there's a lot of, I've read comic books of the Stranger Things comic books. And one thing that really gets my attention is one of the series leans heavily into the other children in the facilities with different abilities. Kind of like what season 2 was like. Season 2 is bad. But would that hamper anything to you? Would that kind of like, maybe it's too late for that? Or would you want to see maybe additional children popping up with different type of abilities?
I don't think we're gonna get other children to pop up because the only reason to do that is if you plan on expanding this world. In my opinion, I
Yeah.
think the fact that 11 is alone makes her special, and when you add those other pieces, you're like, she's not.
Mhm.
And with the fact that Duffer Brothers are moving to Paramount, I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna make anything else Stranger Things.
Yeah.
They could
Right.
try, but that'd be silly.
Yeah, because
So
I'm sure
that,
that's
dude,
got to get into some legal things at that point, right?
yeah. What
Yeah.
do you want more superpowered kids?
So there was one story that I really enjoyed in the comic books, and I'll briefly explain it. Basically, she could kind of get a glimpse of the future. The parents kind of like abused her a little bit for it because then she was able to win the lottery for him, but she's inconsistent with it. So the thing is, she was there when the tank was created, one of the first ones to get into it. You get a little glimpse of 11 to be like, oh, hey, peekaboo, Easter egg. But one thing
Yeah.
that I like is that she wasn't able to really do anything more with it besides get the glimpse. So they were doing an escape. She saw that one of her friends got shot by one of the guards or something like that. And then instead, she actually got in front of the bullet and essentially changed the future. So,
Oh,
and
wow.
that's how it ended, where like, she was able to make changes. She talked to the main guy with this white hair about
Yeah,
it, whatever.
Papa.
I'm forgetting names. Yeah. So that one really kind of like hit me. And then that series actually led into season 2, where they find the one rebel chick, right? And
Yeah.
whatever.
Misfit
But
toys. Yeah.
that one kind of got me a little bit. I thought that was a pretty sweet ending for
Interesting.
that. And I don't know. I think so. I think it'd be kind of neat, but I think I'm going to stick with what Star Wars was to me. And was like, why are you introducing someone brand new when it's the last movie? Like, come on, just get the, like what we talked about, get the group together and, put a bow on it.
Well, and much like Star Wars, some of its, more expanded and in-depth conversations are done through the books and through the comics.
Yeah.
So keep them there. Like, it sounds like that comic book is great. Make more of those. Make if they were to come out with a series of, horror sci-fi books, oh, I'm all in. But to try to mimic I love Game of Thrones and we'll always watch everything Game of Thrones, but even I know it's like, you guys got like one more main story coming out and then you guys are really scratching the bottom of the barrel, So,
most
I
definitely.
don't want them to milk this out too hard.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to see the group back together, frankly, because I know that them scattered is always worse. Like, they just don't function well. I mean, we see them be picked apart, but when they're together, it's so cool. I wish we could get Sean Astin back. He, he sacrificed himself, season, I think 3, and which is probably the best season in my opinion, but man, I'd love to get it back. He was so well cast. He's just such a lovable guy. I love him.
Yeah, no, super looking forward to it. I think it'll be phenomenal. Again, watch party for the first part. And yeah.
Next up, we have Crash Bandicoot. They're making an animated series for this, in development over at Netflix. Now, I didn't play a whole lot of Crash Bandicoot because I was more N64 oriented. I did play the trilogy later on. You, though, PlayStation first. What do you think about Crash getting a animated series?
Love Crash Bandicoot. So when I saw this, I was like, it's about damn time. Okay, finally. Watching this trailer, I was getting a lot of vibes of the Wrath of Cortex. I made some notes of like what I saw. Yeah, which is the first PlayStation 2 game, I believe, of Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of Cortex. And I was getting also like warped vibes as well with dimensions and stuff like that. Definitely had elements of, I think it was Wrath of Cortex also, where they finally introduced. It's About Time also has multiple masks in it too, so I like seeing that. It wasn't just Aku and I forgot the other one. So I really enjoyed seeing that. Hopefully we do see a lot of humor, but a lot of humor tailored to, I think you said it best. Some on here, the notes here, the nostalgia, right, of it.
Yeah,
I'm really, really hoping that just besides story, we're gonna get a glimpse of maybe elements of like Crash Team Racing and Crash Bash.
that'd be fun.
And I'm talking like, hey, you get somewhere where, have you ever played Crash Bash back in the day?
I didn't play Crash
1?
Bash. I played the racing one. Yeah.
Okay. So there was like there's mini games in Crash Bash. You pick a character, go through the games, whatever. I would love to see like some of those mini games like thrown in there in a way, and definitely of them racing and stuff like that. So I mean, I think this is going to be, I don't see a fail on this thing unless it's boring and not funny, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
The humor is smart. To me, I always look at SpongeBob humor. Like, I know there's some people older than us who look at SpongeBob as just stupid, but it's not. If you watch it, you'll realize that it's making jokes for the kids and it's making jokes for us, for the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very subtle, but there are plenty of times where there's a joke that's just for the adults to catch.
Yeah.
And I always love that because, especially for somebody like you who's going to be watching these because your kids are watching these, you want something that's a little quink and nod to you.
Yeah.
And I think Crash is kind of tailor-made for that, right? Where even maybe you got a wisecracking mask or he's always doing like little winks to camera. Those are all things that are going to be tailor-made to you.
Yeah.
The story and stuff like that should be around the kids, but I think this is the kind of IP where everybody can have fun with it, not just the kids.
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, did you notice the animation on this thing also? It kind of looks like from the video game. It doesn't look like anything like Illumination would do or anything Disney would do. It looks a little tailored to maybe last generation graphics or something.
Right.
I don't know if you caught that, but it was kind of catching me. And I don't know if it was just maybe because I was watching it on my phone, but I was
I
this
think
looks
you're
different.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wild Brain's making the animated show as well. So it's the same team that makes the games, making the show.
Yeah, shit. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think that should be done far more often. Yeah. Many times we say Blizzard should make, movies and stuff like that with their CGI.
Yeah,
Could you imagine a Starfleet movie or not Starfleet, Starcraft movie or TV show? Oh my God, I'd be all over it. But yeah, I like the idea of this balance and aiming for nostalgia. The animation looks good. Do you think this is going to spark more video games?
I think so. What I was going to ask you, and I think you were a big fan of this, does this maybe potentially lead into a Spyro series?
That's where I'm at. Yes. I played every Spyro, love Spyro so much. I would hope so. I think Spyro is super, adventure friendly and stuff. And one of the funnest things about Spyro is the other dragons are all just like, this is a PE teacher dragon and this is a librarian dragon. Like they're fun designs, right? And you want to draw them. I think that's something that's really important. Like I think that's why Sonic was so popular, is because you just want to draw Sonic. He's fun. And so I hope this does lead to Spyro. If not, his own show, maybe he comes on for some adventures here and there. Kind of a Darkwing Duck, DuckTales kind of thing.
It only makes sense. I mean, when back in our time, we opened up the PlayStation 1 disc and the demo was another disc inside. Crash Bandicoot had a Spyro, Spyro had a Crash Bandicoot. It only makes sense.
My very first time playing Crash Bandicoot Racing was because Spyro, I think 2, had one of the maps for Crash Bandicoot Racing, and I was like, I gotta play this game too. Man, this is dope.
Man.
Which was smart. Why are they not doing it anymore, you bastards?
Shit. But hopefully it's, I don't see it going wrong.
Yeah. Moving on to definitely for the adult audience, we have Godzilla Minus Zero announced. Please tell me you watched Godzilla Minus One.
Oh, multiple times. Yes.
Okay. Because Jonathan still hasn't watched it, and I just think I'm going to have to disown him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll do for my birthday, is I'll force him to watch a good movie. Because he doesn't watch the good ones sometimes.
Can we all dress up into some Godzilla cosplay? We should all just dress up as dinosaurs and Godzillas and just walk in there ready to watch it. He's going to look at us confused.
He's like, what the hell's going on? He's like, you're watching Godzilla, bitch. Get ready to read subtitles. Okay. So, looking at this little teaser, it was just nothing. It was basically the title, but it was enough for me to get hyped all over again. What are you wanting to see out of the future of this? Now, I know that we had, what's her name? Natori had the mark on her, the G cell.
Yes.
So she's going to be manipulating or evolving into something. Where do you want to see them take this? Yeah,
100% need to see that. I mean, obviously we got the glimpse. It looks like he was just floating in the ocean. So somehow he's going to come back. I don't know how they would connect it. And that's okay. And I want to not know until I see it. I want the surprise. But I'm very, very interested because the way it ended with that little hint of what it can be. I don't think it would be something to where she would mutate myself, but it'd be very interesting. Maybe she has a connection with Godzilla, like the the Hollywood ones do, where the little Millie Bobby Brown would be trying to
see that
whatever, but on 11, a different level, yeah, on a different level. I'm not sure how I'd tailor that. I think this my Godzilla Minus One was just a masterpiece of Godzilla movies. And it takes a lot for me to actually care about the human aspect of Godzilla, and that one did it. So I hope they still provide that. The Hollywood ones do a horrible job at that. Hollywood, I just want to see a bunch of monsters fight each other. But hopefully it just keeps those elements going. What about you? I mean, is there anything that you kind of I guess, investigated on and found out of what potentially this one could have?
Well, the G-Cell does manipulate people. The G-Cell can turn people into monsters. So she might be turned into a monster.
Okay.
There is one in particular. I'm trying to find its name. Shoot. I'm sorry. There is one particular monster that's from a G-Cell. Biollante. It's like the plants kaiju. And so maybe she's going to become that thing, which is, it's Biolante, since I know you're already looking it up. Anyway, so yeah, I could see that being the future of this, seeing this like space or this plant monster. The thing that separates this one from the Hollywood version, which I like the Hollywood version. The key is the heart. The fact that this feels like the story is being told through a human perspective, and it's earned. It's not like it's something like, oh, we're just gonna have this girl has a connection with Godzilla or the other one with King Kong, and we're just gonna force this human story. When all I want to see is those two kaiju punch each other.
Yeah.
This one, I'm actually like, oh no, they gotta survive. Oh, this feels like the nuclear attacks. Like that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So whatever that was, I want to see like in this one, if it is the G cell thing that's a mutation, I want to see this like fear over a new disease like we had during like COVID or something like that. Quarantining her and like, what does this mean? And we suddenly see it spread, or like a zombie outbreak kind of fear. So use this moment to explore the fear of contagion and stuff like that. And don't just give us a plant monster for no reason or whatever kind of monster you're going to give us.
Yeah. No, I like that. And then they kind of shift the focus on the main protagonist and go back to her and making her kind of important again. Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I wonder what they would do. There's also one called just Giant Woman. Maybe she'll just be that.
You never know.
Yeah. So there's so many kaijus, and it's like, where can you go? Well, was there something that you saw about specifically this plant one? How do we say it? But Biolante?
The biotate. Apparently, that was a mutation of a person with a G cell.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
So it's like if they wanted to go with that old story, that's like there. This feels like it's weird because it feels like it's more grounded, like it wouldn't do that, but also this is Toho. Like they made the original story, they make it now. And even when Toho was talking about the Hollywood version of Godzilla, they're like, we don't hate it, we did it. We had Godzilla flying across doing flying kicks. Yeah. We had baby Godzilla who's cracking jokes. Like we've done all the silly stuff too. It's okay. So they're not afraid to do weird things. They did it first. Yeah. And so I could see them still embracing it, but I don't want them to lose the part that made Godzilla -1 so unique and so revolutionary. With that heart and like the human driven story, continue to push that forward. I think we need to stick with that. Yeah,
such a good human story as well. I think it's almost like inevitable though, that this is going to occur, because eventually like Godzilla is fighting other monsters, and how long do you tell the same story of just Godzilla and humans, and when do you introduce that monster? So I think at some point it's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as long as they could get up with storytelling. So.
To me, like after Godzilla, it's always gonna be Mothra. I do want them to hint at Mothra, just because that's growing up. That was my favorite, was Mothra. Because there was like the N64 game or whatever, and like Mothra was the first one you unlocked after Godzilla. And so it was like, oh man, I get the new one that flies, and like his healing ability or whatever. It was always dope.
Oh man, I always Ghidorah, the 3-headed golden dragon.
Yeah, super sick.
I always think of him as that's always like the villain, whatever.
That's always the edgelord pick. You know what I'm saying? That's always the one that's like, oh yeah, you also play Reaper and Overwatch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Your favorite comic books are Spawn and Punisher.
Okay, get out of here.
You read Todd McFarlane more than Tom King. I love it.
Oh man, full of jokes today,
bro. Before we get into some DC news, let's talk about Hulu ordering seasons 16 and 17 for King of the Hill. So this is the reboot. We're talking about. They already have 15 coming out in 2026. So this is 27 and 28. It's in total 30 additional episodes.
It's crazy.
I did not think this was possible, that they were going to be able to bring back this show and it be good.
Yeah.
Not only did they bring it back and it was good, now I'm excited for this new era of King of the Hill. I think this is a good move, and I think the streamer could really hang their hat on this show. It was the second most popular streaming show when it came out. So that's
crazy. Yeah, all I hear is wonderful things about this. And if I was to look at that much into the future of seasons, like where would they... I just don't see it Hank just sitting by the fence and drinking the beers, telling these stories anymore, or whatever the case may be. I think we're going to go past that to where we're going to see Hank's funeral one day. What do you think of that?
The next
it's almost
reboot.
like
Not this reboot, the next one.
I think it's creeping up. I think it's going to be a new set of characters eventually.
I think what's creeping up is Bobby Hill having a baby.
Okay.
We saw his dating life. We see the women he gets with. We see the woman he wants to get with. He wants to get back with Connie. which is so freaking cute.
Mhm.
It's so funny because it's like he just doesn't have a chance. He does have a chance, but he's overshooting his stuff. But anyways, so I could see him like eventually having a baby and then like having to learn how to be a dad from Hank, but also still blending in the modernism that is Bobby Hill. That would be a lot. Now you had a chance to watch this new season, right?
No, not at all.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm too busy trying to catch up on One Piece.
For my birthday, we're Jonathan on one TV. He's watching Godzilla Minus One, and you're over here watching King of the Hill.
Okay, if I'm watching King of the Hill, can I still dress up like a Godzilla though?
Well, I mean, I would hope so. We're all dressing up as dinosaurs. I told you I'm going Mothra, right? I got the big wings. I'm going to be sitting there on the couch with the big wings. Killing dust. And I'm like throwing glitter that's green out.
Just random times. But I do like these like full circle moments though, where now who's carrying the torch? It's going to be Bobby now. He's going to have his friends. We're going to see him in the opening scene, him holding a beer in front of the fence post, just talking and whatnot. And I mean, I don't want to like go off topic of this, but this is what I always think of when we like the God of War series. I mean, I was just kind of hoping that Kratos would die. Atreus would be mad. We get Atreus like if he was in God of War 3, who's just on a rampage killing gods. Then Atreus becomes the old guy now and have some type of relationship. So I really like these. Again, full circle things.
Transitioning. Kind of the circular nature of the father-son, father-child relationship.
So I think it's fun.
So my big recommendation for this week, I'll get it out of the way right now, is that you watch King of the Hill, season 14. I honestly think you'll really like it. I mean, I know I like adult animation, so I give everything a bit of a pass, but this in particular is so well written. I think you're going to enjoy it quite a bit.
So I got 800 more episodes of One Piece, and then I'll jump into that.
Okay, you can take a damn pause on One Piece. Holy cow!
You always ask me questions about the live action one. I'm like, dude, I have to keep up because some of these episodes are just so old. I got to remember like where we're even at now.
They're already casting season 3 of One Piece, so it's coming up. We'll dig into that next time you're on. We'll have to go over like what's going on with the next season of One Piece.
Gosh, crazy!
It's coming up fast. All right, let's dig into some DC stuff. So Clayface just finished rapping, so I wanted to kind of go over what's going down with Clayface. First off, full horror, and they said that everybody keeps comparing it to The Fly. Do you remember watching The Fly?
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Old school movie, body horror. That's what they keep comparing it to. Me, I keep thinking of The Thing. God, that's a good movie. It's coming out September 11th, 2026, and it's written by it's directed by James Watkins, was written by Mike Flanagan, and then revised by Hussein Amani. And it's going to be following this, B actor who takes this serum to become, more handsome and stuff like that. He thinks it's going to help the leading roles. It doesn't. It gets him this transformation, and suddenly he's this monster that's stalking the streets of Gotham. We saw them filming in Liverpool. We saw, Gotham City Crown Court, and we saw the hospital, Gotham PD, and we saw a lot of GCPD. So it's going to be a lot about the cops chasing down this monster that's hunting people down at night in the streets. And our Tom Reese Harries is going to be playing Matt Hagen, a.k.a. Clayface. And he's got one of those kind of like, the chisel jaw leading man looks that's like, okay, yeah. And we already saw some set photos. He looks tore up once he's transformed over. What are you wanting to see out of this? I'll start us off with a few things. I want to see as little CGI as possible. And that's one thing they've said. They said that they're trying to stick to practical effects as much as possible. And I think people don't realize how much like physical prosthetics and stuff like that has evolved over the years. They just think back to the 80s, to The Fly, and it's gotten a lot better since then. And so let's see those in action fully with this movie.
Yeah, I think what I want to see is explaining or showing us this horror element within the transition. Now, you brought up The Fly, obviously, and there's been so many scenes where it was like little things happening to him, and then it just was getting too far, and he was acting like, obviously, like on the walls and shit. So I would really love to see that horror really shine when it comes to the transitioning of him getting deeper and deeper into full Clay, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Full Clay. I like that term. Now, this is being produced by Matt Reeves, so it could be connected to the Batman. Would you want to see Batman's not popping up in this, but would you want to see Clayface popped up in the Batman after this movie?
I think it works, man. I think it's a must. The Batman fits those horror elements. I think Clayface will fit easily right into that world. I mean, they turned the Riddler into this insane serial killer. So I think it's just perfect for it. And it's kind of one of those villains where it might not sell so much in the DCU, like really big, but it might just fit perfect in this world. And maybe that's this type of universe is fitted for those type of villains. You know, like one day you'll get a Firefly. I don't know.
Yeah, Gunn doesn't want to get rid of the Elseworld. He says he wants the Elseworld to have their things, and this is one of them. If we do Clayface, though, I think that means we're skipping over Joker because they hinted at Barry Coogan's Joker in the last one with Riddler talking to him. Do you presume Joker's coming up next, or do you think that Joker's just going to kind of be this nuisance the entire time, maybe collecting his rogues gallery himself to kind of like unite to break out Arkham and then becomes the big bad?
Yeah, I wonder if you just tailor kind of like make it a Thanos thing, right? Where you're getting hints of him and then have that big showdown at the last maybe movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you got to be careful with Joker, man. He's too big. He is too big. And you want to make sure it's done right. He is Thanos big, and it's not even.
I got to one up you on that, dude. I think iconic wise, he's the biggest supervillain. I can't think of another supervillain. Lex Luthor doesn't even, I don't think, even holds a candle to him. I think he's just that big of a superhero.
Yeah, because Joker is almost essentially like a household name. Everyone knows Joker that doesn't know comic books. So yeah, you gotta tiptoe around it, I think, at first, and then really have a big bang at the end. The end game, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I just don't know how you would want to. It's almost like I want to see a little bit of the smaller villains first, and yeah, I don't know what he would be doing. I guess maybe just trying to build his empire from the inside. Maybe he gets released in one of these ones on accident. Maybe we get Clayface kind of breaks out of something, and then you catch a little scene of Joker leaving, and then you're like, oh shit, something. I don't know how you would do it yet.
Well, we already have Penguin in this too. Like Penguin has already filmed his scenes for the new movie. I read the script. Maybe he read the script. That's what it was. Colin Farrell. And so you're like, okay, Penguin's involved. Good. And we are kind of stuffing these movies with a lot of villains. It means the Clayface could at least pop up here and there. Yeah. And maybe the entire time we're getting this feedback on Joker, and like what works and doesn't work can be kind of tuned out until you finally do release Joker and everybody knows they're going to like him, because maybe they're like, oh, I think his scars are a little bit too crazy in this movie. Okay, we'll tune that down a little bit. I'm a little concerned that this is going to be the last Matt Reeves The Batman movie.
Yeah,
the new one coming up.
Because you're saying James Gunn is doing this Elseworlds thing, but yeah, the new one might overshadow it a little bit, maybe cause some confusion. If we can really keep this separated, and we're introducing so many villains, is it just a matter of time instead of maybe just a big Joker thing that we're going to get a big Arkham thing, and then have it's like Arkham Asylum kind of ordeal going on?
So on that note, he had said that one of the first initial announcements is that they're working on an Arkham series. Yes, a series. But that has now been axed. He says there's just too many other things going on, and it interferes with too many other stories within the DC universe and Batman especially. So with that being axed, here's the question. Here's the thing I kind of want to see. I kind of want a definitive answer. I know we've already gotten it, but I want it to be fixed because I don't think it's the right definitive answer. James Gunn's already said that Robert Pattinson is not his Batman. So stop asking. But I'm at a certain point where I'm just like, you know what? He did a great job, in my opinion. And those who don't think so are wrong. He did a great job. Make him Batman. Make him your Batman. Let's situate him up with a Robin, a history of Robins. Let's get this going. Maybe out of this next one, he meets a Dick Grayson. But by the time he's in the DCU, he's on Damian Wayne by then.
Yeah.
Like, we could make this work. Why are we... Elseworld's fine, and I love Elseworld stories. Frankly, they're probably my favorites. But in the mainstream superhero movie stuff, it's too confusing for people. I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah.
We're barely holding Marvel together right now with the multiverse. People are barely mentally holding it together, and that's what a lot of like our geeky friends are explaining it to other people, kind of thing going on. So 2 different Batmans, I don't think it's possible. So I think we're gonna get rid of Robert Pattinson if we don't adopt them. Is that my problem?
I think it's going to be the fear of, Batman's going to have a different elements, a different feel of it compared to Superman. Yes, we got it. Yes. But is this Robert Pattinson one a little too dark for James Gunn to bring it into his DCEU? And I think maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I
think you might be right on that. Yeah, because you have happy-go-lucky. I mean, the idea that they're, of course, obviously, well, like, again, they are opposing sides, like dark, yada, yada. But to think that Riddler is in the same universe as Superman is rough.
It's I mean, if you were to do like Jim Carrey Riddler, then I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Sure, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But this one's a lot different.
So what if I don't know the timeline, and I don't know technology wise. I think technology wise would be fine. What if the Batman takes place 10 years before the Superman came out?
I can see it because we got a really already enhanced Superman, right? Like he knows his abilities. We didn't go backstory, whatever. But the Batman we got,
Superman,
with the Batman we got was very brand new, figuring out his weapons, very novice when it comes to them. So
felt like year 2.
I can see if you're trying to like bridge that gap, and now we're gonna get the experienced Batman. So yeah, why not?
That way we kind of get our cake and eat it too, because at that point, Batman's established. If we put 10 years on it, Batman's established, has multiple Robins at that point. When Superman's coming in, he's now watching Superman. He's thinking globally, not just locally. I think that's an option. It's a tough one. James Gunn has said it is by far the hardest thing he's working on is Batman, because he knows there's an immense amount of content for it. He wants to try something fresh. There's a ton of stuff that it can be fresh if you're pulling from the comic books, and absolutely everybody wants it to be 100% good.
Yeah,
you can't mess this up.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a Jared Leto Joker again, it could collapse the company.
Yeah.
Ask Tron.
Oh man, I haven't seen that yet, and just don't want. Have you seen it yet?
I want to so bad.
I just like boat.
if AI could be used for one good thing in this world, can it be to edit out Jared Leto as I'm watching the movie? Can you face swap him with literally anything else?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of neat to have Batman introduced into the Superman world, though. Last note, by like a Lex Luthor saying, "Hey, this we might need to find a way to bring him down." Batman's unaware of like the situation, finds ways to bring him down because we know Batman knows how to bring everyone down, and then realizes like, hold on, he's actually good, kind of thing. Whatever. I think that'd be a good way to introduce him.
Think about this: a Bruce Wayne played by Robert Pattinson, add about 10 years of maturity on him. Mm-hmm. Speaking with the Lex Luthor over like financial trickeries. Yeah. Like that just blows my mind, man. Those two in a room, those are two fantastic actors sparring with each other at that point. And that's what I want to see, man. If you're going to get another Batman or another Bruce Wayne outside of Robert Pattinson, I expect them to be able to spar with Lex Luthor on that side, the Bruce Wayne versus Lex stuff. And I love that stuff. That's one of my favorite. Mm-hmm. Sticking with DC, Supergirl. We got some more information about Supergirl. You and me are both caught up on the comics. Mm-hmm. David Krumholtz, who plays Zor-El, explained that the film is going to be sticking pretty closely to the comic Woman of Tomorrow. He says it's basically Woman of Tomorrow, but you throw Lobo in there. I'm like, okay, that works for me. And it'll answer the big question that we all have from Superman. Why did his parents want him to conquer instead of save? And he says it'll explain that. It'll give more about House L, and kind of explain their positioning and why they would assume Superman needs to go and conquer Earth instead of capturing it. Can you justify Superman's parents saying that?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is like saving a race, right? Like if he thinks that the only person that's going to survive, I mean, I guess his parents survive this planet, not knowing like if anyone else were to be, it's about keeping the race alive, essentially, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. But I do have some worrisome if we're going to dig too. I mean, did you have a theory first before I move on?
No, I'm questioning that because I could see Zor-El thinking that, because Zor-El eventually becomes a bad guy. And in Woman of Tomorrow, like Kara and Zor-El, they're going through absolute hell. So I could see him being so desperate to be like, just get out of here and take over a planet if you need to, if that means you survive. But Jor-El, nice guy. Every time I've seen him, and Bradley Cooper, handsome fella. Why would you be selling you're gonna do that?
Oh man, every time I see Bradley Cooper, I still think like, how did he do that raccoon voice? Like, I just don't see it.
Well, Vin Diesel as well is like, I am Groot. I'm like that. All right, man.
I do have a worrisome though. Exploring this story due to Woman of Tomorrow is very centered to, for sure, Supergirl, right? I mean, it's a lot of like things where it's her trauma that she's having to experience, her personal quest, her finding her identity and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that exploring this is not pulling too much away from her. That's my thing. That's all I care about.
I think the key is, so a lot of the way Supergirl, like there's that one issue where they do the full backstory of Kara. But outside of that, I think a lot of her is going to be reflecting on moments because she's kind of teaching Ruthie what she's already learned. And when Ruthie's making mistakes, she's going to reflect back to what she had learned from Zor-El and her time on Krypton. So I think there's going to be like a little flashbacks to like, oh, I remember when I had to, you know, bury a loved one and stuff like that, like she's doing. So I think that we're going to get a little hit, but there's going to, of course, be that moment, that heartbreaking comic. The moment that I remember the most from that comic was where like the chunk of Krypton that they're living on got radiated and is literally just kryptonite now, and it's killing them. And so she goes around and like nails down metal plates to the planet itself, and they end up living on like metal plates to try to stop. But then meteors crash into them and breaks the plates up again, and she's just like, and at that point, Zor-El's like, "You have to go. We're dying here." Yeah, and it's like that gives so much more context to why Kara is hurting so much, and you know, and Clark is fine. He's good. He is here. He was a kid, Kansas boy. He played football. And meanwhile, she's like, I'm just burying dead people a lot lately.
Oh shoot. Something that ending to that comic book, I think was pretty phenomenal. And the fact that it's like, oh, cool, we're gonna learn how to be the better person. And then kind of put him in that dimension, got really older, got a little crazy, and then you end up offing him anyway. I thought that was pretty phenomenal, actually. You think we're keeping? Yeah, it's going to be heavily based on that comic book, so we're expecting to see that same villain and everything, right?
Yeah. Tom King's even advising on this, so like it's going to be and like it is basically based off the comic book 100%. So
how do you think? Maybe it's Lobo. Where do you tailor this into the DCEU and Superman and?
I think honestly the best part about this book is it just kind of becomes its own thing, and at the end they meet up at the anniversary. I love that little anniversary. They meet up, and you know, kind of take care of some business at the very end. But you have to have nothing like that. You just kind of have this thing where she's teaching Ruthie that vengeance isn't everything, and there's I don't want to give too much away because it is such a good story, and it's not that long, guys. Go read it. And if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, but with more heart and more kind of trauma backstory stuff, this is your ticket. Yeah. It's really good.
I love that comparison. I thought this was 100% Guardians of the Galaxy. I texted you that James Gunn's just going to freaking nail this movie because of the Guardians of the Galaxy aspects to it. So, yeah, I think it's going to be phenomenal. Probably even better than Superman, which is, I thought Superman was great. But I think,
I know. If they follow the comic book, like if they follow it to the letter, it will be great. Because think about like the tragic moments that are all reflective. The fact that it almost needs to be serious. Remember that one planet where they go to and like, man, everybody's like really nice here. It's super clean here. And then you see the signs where like the pricing's different for what color you are. Like, hey, which one's like, oh, you're fine, you're this side. Like, where are the other people? They're like, don't worry about them. Like, what? And then suddenly like unfolds into a Twilight Zone. You're like, shit, that's crazy. So much of this book. Yeah, so that'll be a blast. Maybe we'll find, anyways, I don't want to give too much away, but it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe Lobo could replace the horse, if that makes sense. Like, you remember the horse where she needs to something to ride fast? Yeah. What if she uses Lobo on the motorcycle?
So like steals his motorcycle?
Just like, Lobo, I need a ride, man.
So you think Lobo's going to become something like good?
I think Lobo is, he's not, how do I explain
this? Is he like mercenary?
He's not good or bad. Like if you're going to have a beer with him, he'll help you out till the end. But he also, if he has a job to go hunt you down, he will. Like, I think he's pretty, neutral if you think in DD terms. Yeah. And so if him and Kara are having a drink somewhere, and then at some point, instead of the horse, which you'd have to explain a lot with the horse, right? That's a complicated story right there. Yeah. But what if instead it's Lobo and like Kara's on the back of the motorcycle and you got Jason Momoa driving through space with this orb chasing them down?
That'd be interesting. Yeah, because it wasn't very explained in the comic book, right? About the horse situation. Right. Okay.
You had to I had to Google okay, what's up with the horse? I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay, I understand now. Yeah. So there you go, baby. That.
Damn. Okay.
Boom.
That'd be wild.
Off the top of my head, guys, you guys are welcome. I am actually more excited about that than I might be more excited about Superman 2.
Yeah.
Wild, but yeah. And I think Millie's a good actor, so we'll dig him.
Yeah.
Okay. Last up, we're going into our watch list. What do you got for us for November?
Yeah. So some big hitters in November to keep an eye out. One of them I'll bring up, and I think you're looking forward to this too. I'm going to say that Predator Badlands coming out November 7th.
Damn, does that look good? Huh? Elle Fanning. Man. I'm so ready for Elle Fanning.
I am very interested that we're going to be following a Predator now, essentially.
Yeah.
And like learning his story and overcoming whatever. And it's like before, it's almost unheard of, right? And like, I wonder how much story we can get out of this with. It's going to be like a Wall-E, right? Where we're not going to really understand too much. We're going to just base it off of actions. And then Elle Fanning's going to be that commentator for us. But it looks great. I mean, the Predator himself looks phenomenal. The whole, whatever you call it, like real, whatever.
Yeah, real prosthetics.
There you go.
Are you watching it in theaters?
Yeah, I think I have to, right?
I think I'm going to as well.
I don't know. I don't think I can wait for it to not be in theaters. So
it's going to be my first Predator I see in theaters. All of them I just watch.
Why?
Because all of them I just watch at home. They haven't earned my love until the one that released at home. You know what I'm saying? The first one where I was like, I'm going to take Predator seriously was Prey.
Yeah, that one was phenomenal. Yeah, because other than that, I think it was just like a reboot, and it was just called The Predator, and it had
that was trash.
Keenan in it. Right?
It had the pianist. I can't remember his name.
Michael Keenan, but it was one of the Keenan Peels. Whatever.
Oh yeah. Michael Keegan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was garbage.
It's garbage. Yeah.
Shoot.
Prometheus I saw, which is an alien movie.
Yeah.
I saw Prometheus at theaters, but most alien movies, I don't think I've seen any alien movies at theaters either. So, but they're earning it right now. I mean, like Alien Earth, and then like with this, so I'm going to see this in theaters.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. Maybe IMAX, because now I'm starting to get into this IMAX phase. That's a good pick right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Got one more for you, a little on the lighthearted side. We got Zootopia 2, November 26th. What are you thinking about it? You seen the trailers? I mean, I could tell you, I think it's going to be this whole, almost like the same feels where different animals like coexisted with each other. Now they got a reptile, which is a snake. I don't know if it's a fear of it. What's the backstory with the snakes? Did they do some harm before? Yeah, like that kind of thing. Like, why is everybody freaked out about this one snake?
Just to hit me, it's like you're watching Peacemaker season 2 and you're like realizing there's no black people. And it's like, I got to watch Zootopia 1 and see if I didn't recognize any reptiles, and how reptile racist am I?
Hey, I'm going to say right now, I'm extremely fucking racist to reptiles. I don't want to be near them.
I do not.
They're cool from a distance.
I am all no snakes, man. No effing way.
Yeah.
Turtles are cool. Turtles get a pass. Everything else I'm all right. So I don't think theaters, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they're fun flicks, right? Everything that they make. Yeah. So are you taking the girls?
Yeah, I'll definitely be. They like Zootopia. We watched the Zootopia Plus or whatever it is, like the little series, which I thought was phenomenal. I like the expansion to like the stories of side characters and how they kind of like bring into the Zootopia, the first movie. But yeah, I'll definitely be taking the girls to this one. I am kind of excited. I'm kind of over Disney not doing something new and not taking the risk on it. I think eventually maybe it'll hurt them. But this is probably the first time in a while that I'm excited to see an IP that was already established with a number 2. I thought Elio was great. Yeah. Just they're not giving enough love for it, and that's a shame on them.
I was just gonna ask you, did you watch Elio? Because
I thought it was great.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Funny as hell. I really was laughing a lot in that one. Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
So
anything else?
No. Those are my 2 must-sees, I think, for November. That's in theaters must-sees, and
And then make sure you guys continue to watch Welcome to Derry. Man, that has been been wild. That's been good. I think that's going to really develop into something nice. And then we just found out that the next 2 seasons are going to be taking 27 years further back each time. So we're going to eventually get I think it's like 1903 is the 3rd season. And that'll be when it lands through Todash space on our planet. So that'll be pretty interesting. Network-wise, let's go over what we got so far. For challenge accepted. What are we going to be doing? I totally forgot. Oh, we're going to be reviewing Bob's Burgers. We're going to be doing a Bob's Burgers Thanksgiving marathon. We've done Bob's Burger twice now, so this month's going to be dedicated to small minisodes of that. Our last podcast, again, guys, every Thursday. It's been doing really well over there. Next season's going to be the 50th, and for that, Joe, who is on season 48 and season 50, he did watch parties in Sacramento. We're going to be going to those. Our friends from Distance Nerd are going to be there too. So we're hoping to have Joe from Survivor on the podcast and whatnot. That'll be a blast. Hang out with us over at Outlaws Podcast, guys. Distance Nerding just dug into the whole Ben Solo thing and the movie options that are there, the movie efforts to basically they had planned on a movie, it got denied, and now the fans are wanting the movie, some fans, and they're really pushing for it. Myself, I think it's done. I don't think it's ever going to come back.
Well, I mean, what do you think? Let me interrupt into that. We talking like Kylo Ren's like backstory? Because that comic, I was telling you, I got the helmet for it. Was
the comic is phenomenal. Good? Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was wonderful.
Do you think they could land that ship? Do you think they should even revisit it anymore?
I don't know. I think if it has like great storytelling, because the last, no, you know what? No, it needs to be done.
Put a bet on the entire thing, like not just Solo, not just Ben Solo. I want to put a bet on the Skywalker everything. I'm ready for it to be done.
I agree. Nail in the coffin. Just take your losses, whatever. I don't even care about a Rey movie.
Wins, not to talk shit, like, but I just think it's been a lot. Let's go to new things. That's when we could find new things. Ahsoka, if you want to pull anything from there, but also like the Mandalorian. I mean, we're good, I think, but there is a lot of people who are wanting it, you know.
Yeah, and I'm not even interested in this Rey movie, just because of my the distaste from the prior movies. It's gonna take a lot. Yeah.
I want to see what they're doing with it. I want to see them again go back to practical effects and shrink down the story. Skeleton Crew, I think, gave them the time, the footprint of what it should look like to make one that mimics the 80s movies. Like they tried to do. Remember when Force Awakens came out and everybody say, "Oh, it's just basically a remake of the first movie."
It was.
Yeah, but it was also the best of the trilogy. You know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And so Skeleton Crew, go back to Skeleton Crew, see how they did it. It's original story, and it felt like the old ones. Do that.
Yeah.
Over at Phantom Portals, they're going to be doing a flop tournament. So you guys could vote on what they do next and see what basically is the best flop. We talked about it last week a little bit. Yeah, that's a full tournament over there. And Disney Mom's Gone Wrong just released Tangled. I love Tangled.
Oh yeah, phenomenal.
Man, that movie is so good. And it's kind of old now. It's like 20 years old now.
Which is Isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh.
I know.
We're all dead soon.
Freaking telling me, man. What's your recommendations for the week?
So my recommendation is something that I haven't even played yet, but I'm excited to play. Okay. It's going to be a Switch 2 video game. It's going to get me back on the Switch, baby. I guess it's going to tailor into like upcoming things in November, but I'm going with, let me get the full name right, is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And I'm looking forward to this one because I had so many like emotional feels with Tears of the Kingdom. Love the game. I think I even teared up a little bit, which is very far and little like me and doing that in any type of video game that I'm going through. But we are going to get that conflict. I think it was called, let's see, the ancient conflict that led to stealing of Ganondorf. So this is the time if anybody that played Tears of the Kingdom, when Zelda goes back in the past because she got sucked in some time thing, and it kind of tells the story of Tears of the Kingdom, how things became about because of Zelda going in the past. We're finally going to get that story and that war and that conflict. And so I can't even tell you how so excited I am to actually now play a game that's I get to now see in depth of the story that it was just explained to me in Tears of the Kingdom. So very excited to play this game.
They're not advertising that very much, are they?
It doesn't seem so. No, not at all. It's crazy because they're advertising the shit out of Kirby Air Riders with their $50 amiibos each, which I pre-ordered 2 of them.
Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, those are probably the best games they came out with on the Switch. Why are you not advertising this more, especially when the Switch 2 is faltering so much with its lack of library? Like, come on now, get it out there, boys. And Pokemon came out to just a total dud, so...
Which is crazy the sales on it, but I don't know. That is worrisome in a way, but we'll see. We'll see. But they'll probably hype it up day of and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. My recommendation for you guys is Absolute Batman Annual #1. Came out this week. And so I've been kind of like, all right, time to get back into some weekly comics. I am a trade collector, don't get me wrong. And so I've got to pull this set up for the new Batmans that are out, which is very gadget based. It's a lot of fun. But man, everybody's talking about how cool Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman are. So I'm like, you know what? I got to get in on this. So I ordered the omnibus for Something's Killing All the Children. That son of a bitch is big, dude.
No. Oh, yeah? They're that far, huh?
Oh, it's huge. Oh, my God. So luckily, I just finished my entire Fantastic Four run, which was like 500 pages. Because now this one's 500 pages. So, but anyways, but I ordered the Absolute Batmans as well, the first volume of that, and I went out and got the annual #1, and it is so metal, guys. I'm telling you, it's just Batman beating the hell out of people, guys.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it is the best. It is so good. It's nice.
I can tell what you're not grabbing is Absolute Green Lantern.
No, I'm gonna get Absolute Batman. I'm getting into Absolute Wonder Woman. I might get into Absolute Superman. I hear that it's good, but not as good as the other two.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get the Trinity, especially since they're tying back to this whole KO event. They're being introduced into the KO event. Are you keeping up on that? The KO event for DC?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's basically all of I mean, this is so freaking broad. DC everything is fighting, so that the last person standing could fight Absolute Darkseid, which is really just normal Darkseid.
Oh shit, that's kind of sexy. Okay,
dude, wait till I'll have to show you afterwards.
Yeah.
Like they're pulling in, they're pulling in people who are not from DC into this big battle to see who could take on Darkseid. One of them, Homelander, from The Boys.
Shut the fuck. Okay, so Homelander's in a DC comic book right now?
Yes.
Dude, I'm going to look this up.
He was teased as like coming up. Yeah. But it's like, it's a bunch of people.
Shit?
I can't even remember, like Mega Man. Like there's all kinds of people coming up.
What
Maybe one of them, Sub-Zero's one of them. Sub-Zero's going to be fighting in this fight too.
Oh my god, I love Daddy Homelander.
I know you do.
Where do I start?
I'll get the art for you. Yeah, I'll get it for you after this. So we have to press stop on this recording at some point.
Okay.
Oh man, but make sure you guys check that out. While you're doing that, also make sure you guys give us 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We appreciate it. Again, a reminder: I'm gonna go ahead and send the post now, tonight, even because I get a lot of people asking about them. About the giveaway for the 1923 DVDs. Just retweet that, follow us on the social media platforms to get yourself a copy, to enter to get a copy. We'll announce it next Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.